Greetings, my fellow eagles and the entire world. This is Eagle Emmanuel Mensah with inspirations and guidance from Eagle Helen Mensah in an unseen world, coming into your homes and your minds with a message of empowerment and enlightenment. Today is the 6th of June in the year 2024, and the Bible says this is the day the Lord has made. We should rejoice and be glad in it. And for that matter, I take this opportunity to invite the whole world to join me to give thanks to God for the day that He has granted unto us. And life in general, life is beautiful, life is wonderful, life is glorious, life is God Himself, flowing through all things, including mankind. Today, I'm going to speak to you on the topic, your desires are the solutions to your challenges. Or no challenge, no desire in the human's life. The human's life is like any other things that we know in this world. There is what we call the cause and there is the effect. And this is the universal law that governs all activities in this world. And normally, the cause and the effect are the same. And so in our lives, for there to be anything new, there must be something as a problem or challenge. And the problem or challenge becomes the cause or the thing that triggers the human beings to look for a solution. And the solution becomes the desire. And so your desires are not just you sit down and you say, oh, I have the desire, for no reason. There is always a reason for having a desire. And the reason is the challenge that brought about your feeling, your wish, or your want for a particular solution to wipe off the problem. And so our life is governed by this principle. There is no desire that just comes from the wind. There is no desire just comes as a result of someone be living happily. No. If you are already in a happy situation, there will be no desire for you. You will not have any desire to do anything. Or even if anything at all, you only wish to remain there. That means you not go forward. And so, in our life, in the whole human existence, all people who understand this principle and always look at their challenges as opportunities or as the beginning of the appearance of a new and a beautiful things always progress. And those who always see their challenges as something that need to be not to be accepted, but to be fought or to be kicked against, don't go forward, but they recreate the challenges in different situations and forms. Why is it so? It is so because every human being is on earth here to contribute to the evolution of the universe or the expansion of the universe. And so everything that we see here in the material form is the extension of a very beautiful and a wonderful force that is projected itself into the world or into the physical realm, that it is expanding all the time. But for expansion to happen, there must be something to cause the human beings as the individualization of this presence or of this spirit or of this force to desire, to think, or to want for something that will serve as a solution to their current situation or challenge. And so our life or our existence is governed by these two things. The challenge and the desire, they are the same. The problem you are facing and the solution to the problem are the same. But one must come before the other. But it is only the problem becomes something catastrophic only when you define it as something evil Only when you see it as something that needs not to be accepted, then it means you are going against the flow of things, or the flow of order, or the order of things in the universe. And so if you look at our lives, no one is born perfect. And nothing in this world is perfect. But everything is always at a certain level that there is more room for improvement. And this is because we have to evolve, we have to grow, we have to move forward. And so in our personal lives, we have challenges. We have what we call our problems. We do not have to classify them as evil, as the work of any other thing, but we have to see it that it is the beginning, it is the pregnancy. It's just like a woman who is going to give birth to a child. The woman has to go through all this for 9 months. And then the child comes, the child arises, and then all the pain and suffering vanishes. The family rejoices for a new addition. And so it is in our lives. And so we have to become awakened. You meet people talk to you, and they always say, oh, I have the desire that I want, or I have the desire. And they tell you, you ask the person, what is the desire? You say, oh, this and that and that and that. But this is the problem, so I cannot achieve the desire. And you listen to people and you get to know that these are people, or these are a group of men and women who do not understand how the world runs, how the situation goes. The desire and the problem are the same. And therefore, they are just on different opposite ends. But you are supposed to use the problem as inspiration and a motivation. And that is where the problem helps you. The problem is in your life to help you to formulate, to drop, or to visualize, or to formulate the response as the desire that can be used to wipe out the problem. And so your desires are your problems, but they come as the solution. And until you embrace the problem and make it your friend and accept it that it is the beginning, or it's just part of the process, and therefore you are working with it joyously, happily, and with the belief and the understanding, you are growing into become the solution. And when the solution comes, the problem will be behind you. If you don't have this concept, you will not go forward in life. There is nothing that will appear in the life of a human being, be it individual or group of people, that will not come as a result of a problem. We are always to go forward, but to go forward, there must be something that must come to help us to know what we want. And so your problems are not anything that you have to pray away. Your challenges are not something that you have to avoid, but you only have to meet them with wisdom. At the end of this situation, the problem, or at the end of your life, in every situation, there is a problem and there is a solution. They are of equal value. One is to help you to wake up, to know that on the other side there is a solution that has to come to wipe this out. So as soon as you are awakened to this concept, you begin to analyze your life situations intelligently and thinking and emotionalize it in a positive way. When you do this, ideas and all the things that you need for that desire to come to life will come. All you have to do is to believe and have faith in whatever you are doing. And so, desire is something that is more like one of the misconstrued things in our lives. We just get I desire this, I desire this, I desire it. If you desire something, if you say you desire something and you don't have a problem, which the desire is coming to solve, then it is not a desire, it's lust. You are lusting after something that you yourself haven't been able to create, or you have no input in the creation of it. That is the truth. True desire ignites every human being to look for the solution or to work towards to achieving it. And it is only when you achieve this desire, then you feel what we call the feeling of accomplishment. You feel proud. You feel excited. And it makes you to desire more. It makes you to look for more. Therefore, what you do is you look into the world. And what you are looking for is challenges. Challenges becomes your opportunity. And with the challenge, you are empowered to desire a solution for it. Once you get a solution, you move forward again. And so we got to understand it. There is no desire that comes as a result of satisfaction, that we are already happy or we are already satisfied with what we have. But desire comes through dissatisfaction, being dissatisfied with what you are going through right now. But you don't let the dissatisfaction take you in the negative way. But you let that dissatisfaction move you in a positive way, that I am going to look for a solution to this problem. And therefore, you work with it. You work with your higher power. You work with all the forces in the universe. And as you do that, ideas and all the things that you need pop up in your life. And then the thing comes up. That is how the world came about. That is how empires are created. That is how the greatest and wonderful businesses are created. But just to go around, going around, always going through these motions that we have desires, but we cannot achieve our desires. It's a misconception, and it's a lack of evidence of lack of understanding. Your desires are in your life as a solution to your problems. But for the desire to become a reality, you must accept the problem. And the problems give you the opportunity. It is the problem that you analyze and see what needs to come in to solve the problem. And so if you understand the problem, that means you'll be able to formulate the right desire, the right solution to that. And so in every situation, even if you think of, let's say, you are sick, your desire is to be healthy. Then how can you be healthy? You cannot be healthy when you are indulging in negativity. You cannot be healthy when you believe in sickness. That means you have to take your mind off the sickness and see yourself in the body, see yourself in the state that you want as a healed person or as a strong person. And therefore you dwell in the healing power. You dwell in the healing aspect of life, but not in the sickness. But the sickness has to come to, give you the opportunity to desire for that state of life. That is how it is in our life. For there to be a child, a woman has to go through 9 months pregnancy until the child becomes another human being on earth here. In the same way, for there to be a solution, for there to be an answer to any given problem that we are facing, we need to accept the problem just as we accept pregnancy, or a woman accepts pregnancy as part of a reality. And therefore, we walk with the situation, understand it, and that is how we begin to formulate our desires. We mold it, shape it, and hand it over to the higher power. And then this thing becomes a reality in our life. And so if you look at the whole world, all the people who do not understand this principle, that challenges are not anything to fight. Challenges are not anything to pray away, but they are in our life as the opportunities that have been dressed in clothes or in sacks. And therefore, it is our responsibility to unwrap them and see the opportunity. Don't go forward. People who pray that God should take away their problems never go forward. That is a fact. People who always take prayer alone as the solution to their problem never move forward. That is a fact. But people who take the problem and analyze the problem and then pray to God for answer, wisdom, ideas in response to the problem, they go forward. And therefore you will see that the world is being moved by only a few people. And unfortunately, those people that we call the unbelievers, those people that we call sinners that are going to hell, But as a matter of fact, they are the makers of our world. Because the majority of humanity don't understand what a desire is. A desire is different from lust. If you're sitting down and you just want something to enjoy, because you see that it is good for other people, that is not a desire, it's a lust. But if you're sitting down and you have a problem, and you say, I am going to look at this problem and desire a solution to it, then you have a desire. Most of our lust we will get, most of them we will not get. But if we formulate our desires well, all challenges will be turned into desires, or we'll be able to use the challenges to formulate our desires so that they will come into our lives. But today I'm speaking to you from the perspective of moving the world, being part of the creative process in the universe, in the world. You are not here just to sit down and write on paper, these are my desires, these are my desires, these are my desires, when you do not have any solution, a problem that you are working to solve. Your desire must be a response to a given solution. Every human being's life, be it individually or collectively, you have problems, you have challenges. But how do we respond to them? We respond to them that we are victims. We are only suffering from these challenges, and therefore we need some higher powers to come and take away from it. But that is not the truth. And so prayer is very important, but it has its perspective. To just use a prayer as your only solution to your challenges and difficulties is a misconception. And unfortunately, I have to use Africans. If you go to Africa, that is what is happening. Prayer is not a solution to human problems. Prayer is only a gateway, a means to get ideas to solve your problem. So when you have the problem, you embrace the problem and then formulate the solution that it will come as an answer to the problem. And then you present that solution to the higher power. You present that solution to God for ideas and all other things that are needed to make things work. That is when you will be able to move the world. And so, if you look at Africa, or if you look at developing countries, we go about, Africa in particular, we go about praying, doing all nights and all these things. But the fact is that we are where we are until things are brought from places to us. We don't get any improvement in our life. It is because we lack understanding. And even if you go to any place, even in the religious sector, people who take this thing, who take their challenges as the work of the devil, the work of demons, the work of this, they don't go forward because they do not understand how the whole thing works. And therefore they sit down, we have our desires, so let's go and put it before God. Then they pray, and then nothing happens. If God is to answer anyone's problem, God is going to answer that problem through human beings. And human beings must respond to challenges to get the answer to whatever problem that you are facing. And so today, I am here to encourage you, to challenge you, especially those of my brothers and sisters in Africa. It is time, it's long overdue, that we stop looking at our challenges as problems that need to be prayed away, need to be avoided. They are the beginning, they are the triggers or the raw materials to help us to formulate our desire. Through desire is something that comes to solve a human problem, a human situation. And when it comes, it wipes out the existing problem, that it moves us to another level. So you are here to participate in the creative process of the universe. And the way you do it is always looking at your life situation, life challenges as part of the process, the raw materials that we need to help us to formulate and mold and then shape our desires. And as we do it, we create newer things, we bring newer things, and then newer things comes, they get old, then we bring newer things. That is how it's supposed to be done. So this is the time we have to wake up to the truth. You are here to take part in the creative process. Therefore, you are not a victim, but you are a co-creator. Therefore, rise up and embrace your difficulties and know that you are on your way. With the help of God, you turn everything into a beautiful and a wonderful answers. And that is prayer answered. That is my message for you. Now, may the overshadowing presence of God that keeps the stars in the open such that they do not fall on us, that keeps the planets in their orbit such that they do not clash with one another, lead and guide you, direct you in all your life, such that you'll be awakened to the creative process, you'll be awakened to the powers that you have, and look around you. Every challenge, every situation you are going through, there is an equal opportunity in it, such that you use the opportunity to formulate your desire and then turn that problem into opportunity that will transform your life and all the people around you. And that is why we say we are helping. We are here co-creating with God and moving the world to a better place. Thank you, and God bless you.